Hello magical people from the internet and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to create a complete manager for a tarot and oracle decks collection. And I'm doing this in Notion because I want to be able to put this, whatever it is that we are going to create in this video, into my Tech Grimoire. And if you're new here or you don't know what I'm talking about, this Tech Grimoire is my personal dashboard on Notion to organize everything from my craft. There will be a video on the description below, or I'm going to try to link here on the cards if I can. There is actually a playlist full of videos showing how each one of these tools work. So we have a built-in tarot, runes, and other methods of using these multiple tools that we have here. There will also be a link on the description below for the Gumroad page for this product. So if you want to get it, you can. And what I'm going to build today is my collection manager. A little bit of story before we begin. When I created my digital grimoire here, I didn't have any physical tools. And I also wanted a way to carry everything with me on my hand and my phone, which Notion allowed me to do. If you're not familiar, Notion is a mainly productivity tool that you can use to create dashboards and customize tools for a lot of things that you might want to do. So I have my task manager, my financial manager, obviously here my spiritual manager in Notion, and everything works very well. So if you want to see more about this, go to the playlist where I show everything and you're going to understand how it works. Today we are adding the collection manager. And if you are one of the people that got my Tech Grimoire, if you bought it, if you bought this version, the Infinity version, you will get this update. Okay, because the Infinite version is the updatable version. So everything I do on this dashboard, you can go back to the page where you bought it, and the link will be updated there, so you can copy the new tools and add to your own. If you didn't get this version, unfortunately, you will not get this update for free. And I'm looking at how to put this new version for sale again. And also a way, if you didn't get the Infinity version, how you can like upgrade. I'm looking into that, if that's of any interest to you, but I am still figuring out. So let's go to the subject of this video, which is building a collection manager. In this case here, we are going to start building something that is similar to what you would see in a spreadsheet, which is a table with all the information we need. So let's start by doing that. In Notion, you can use the bar, this bar, and you can type table. There are two possibilities here that we can use. You can use this basic block, which is just like inserting a table in a document. It doesn't allow us all the possibilities that Notion can do. What we want is the table view, which is, look here, a database. So we're going to click on that. It comes blank, so we say we're going to need to create a new one, so new table. And this is going to be called collection, or maybe I'm going to call it decks. Oh, deck collection. Yeah, I think that's good. You can call it whatever you want. I want to hide this title here so it doesn't show up. and I'm going to rename this tab, so we can have multiple tabs and we're going to create others. But right now I have this only one, and I'm going to call it all decks, okay, because it's going to be the base where we build everything. I want obviously the name of the deck, so I'm going to call it deck, and I can change the icon by clicking right here on the side. I'm going to use this little playing cards icon. Okay, reduce the size a little bit by just dragging the line here. It already comes with a pre-built tags option here, which I'm not going to use now, so I'm going to come here and edit property and change it on type here to turn it into, for now, a text. And this is going to be an author property. So here I can put the name of the person who created the deck, either illustrated or whatever it means to be the author of the deck. I also want to create another one, again text, to put the publisher. Sometimes it's different. The author and the publisher. Publisher. Okay. And I'm going to put the icon of a little book. Okay, great. You don't have to put the icons. I just like things to look pretty, so I'm doing that. I also want to put the price. Price is something important to me. Price. I'm going to put the icon of this little money here, and you can choose any currency that you're using. Let's put dollar for now. Okay, and here I can just put whatever the price is. Let's say one was $30, $45, don't know, $28 maybe. Okay, and just as an example, I'm going to put Rider Waite Smith here. Okay, Marseille, and I don't know how to write that. Is it like that? Is it like that? I have no idea. Don't come for me if that's wrong, okay? Let's just move on. Okay, so after price, I want to put a category, and I'm going to choose this single select option. So we have two possibilities, single select option or mode select option. On the single select option, you can only choose one tag to put there, and on the mode select option, you can put more than one tag. So I feel like I've seen some video reviews of decks that double as tarot and oracle, so maybe using the multi-select is a better option, but for now I'm going to put single select. You can always interchange them and nothing's going to break, okay? So you can come here and change to multi-select or to single select, and the options are going to be kept there. The only difference is if you go from multi-select to single select, if you had any deck here with more than one option, it's going away. So category, and let's say we have tarot, oracle, and Lenormand. And you can put other things in here. Just type and enter. Like, I know there is this different type of oracle that's called Mildred, a Mildred system. I don't know. I've been seeing that name. Or, oh, for example, I can call it others. I do have some decks that are not really oracle, although I use them as oracle, but they are designed to be a kind of self-help, self-development tool, and maybe I think it's better to categorize them as others, so I just type it. I can either click in here or just enter and it's coming here. And since it's a single select, I can change and it gets rid of the previous one and put the new one that I selected in here. Okay, so if I were to change it to, I'm sorry, here, to change it from single select to multi-select, what happens is that I can categorize things as both Tarot and Oracle, as Oracle and Lenormand, or whatever else it is. However, if I decide to change it back to single select, it gets rid of the extra options. Okay, that's the only difference that we have there. So you decide what works better for you. Besides category, I want to put a status, and you might see that Notion already has a status property here. This one is particularly useful if you think about a checklist. You have things that you may put into your inbox. They are you just receive the task, it's just there, and then you have the next step, which is start doing the thing, and then you have done the thing or evaluating something. If you have a project, for example, you're writing a book, what are the steps in there? You write your first draft, then it gets reviewed, then you write your next draft, then reviewed, then corrected, then edited, then published, whatever the process is. So the status is more like a process, a workflow thing. For now, I don't want to go there. I think it's best to use the select option again. And this one is going to be status. And what I'm going to put here is a series of options to what is the status of this specific deck in my collection. So it might be a deck that is on my wish list. So I'm researching about it to eventually get it, maybe. It might be a deck that I ordered and I'm waiting for it to get here. And this could be really fast if you got like on Amazon on a website, and it's gonna be like a week or two to get to you. Or it might take a while if it was a Kickstarter deck or something like that. So I think that can be useful to have this status in there. We can have a deck that you own, so you can put own in here. We can also have decks that are in the purgatory, and if you don't align with any of these tags in here, you just don't put them. Okay, I'm putting them because I already see myself using them. So purgatory, decks that I got, but then after a while I am not sure if I'm keeping them or not, if I connect with them or not, so they're in the purgatory. Then I can have a sale slash trade status if I am actively looking for a way to take this deck out of my collection, either selling or trading with someone. That's the tag for it. And then I can have a rehomed tag if I gave it away, if I trade with someone, if I sold it. So I have all the tags already in here. Great. So if you want to put more, you can put more. If you want to put less, you can put less. Whatever works for you. Another thing I want to do here is, let me decrease the size of this one to, yeah, good. I want to put here a pet peeve section. Oh, and I want it to actually be a mood select property. Great. This pet peeve section is going to be for, like, specifically, I think, more for the wish list decks and maybe the purgatory decks, when you start to find things that you don't really like about the deck. So I know, for example, some people don't like spiders, so if there are spiders in the deck, it's a deal breaker for them. Or if it's a monochrome deck, for some people is a deal breaker. It's not really for me. I like monochrome and colorful decks all the same, depend on other stuff, or maybe the art of that particular deck is not your thing, or I've seen people that don't really like chakra decks or over positive affirmation decks. You can put um, these things here. So toxic positivity, and that's the thing, that's also one of my pet peeves. I don't think positivity needs to be all up and high all the time. So you can put this here because and that has happened to me, that I've looked into my paper wish list and I was like, oh wait, I have the possibility of getting this deck, why didn't I ever? And then I go back and watch some review videos and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I remember now that I don't like this or that about this deck. So that's why I didn't get it. So this is a good way of you to both having awareness of why didn't you get that deck, and also have a list of your pet peeves so that you can check when a new deck comes in if it has these things or not. And thinking about this here, there may be decks on your wish list that you decidedly decide that are not for you. So we can create another status here, that is the no buy, if you decide that you don't want it, and you have already here the reasons why this is a no buy. Okay, so you can see that you can always add more things if you need to. And there are two more things I want to add in this database. I mean, not that I want to add, but recommendations. I've seen some people using seasons to classify their decks. I know that some people use specific decks for spring or for summer or for winter or for fall. I don't particularly do that, but I want to mention that you can do a select or a multi-select to choose which seasons work better with that deck, or how the deck works in each season, whatever you prefer. I'm not going to do that, but it's just an option that I want to tell you that you can do. Just create another one of these, but with options for the seasons or for the Sabbats. Maybe you have decks that work well with Sabbats, or for any parts of the year specifically, or situations, or whatever you want. So you can increment the possibilities here infinitely. I don't recommend, because it's going to be just more things to fill out when you put a new deck in here. But do you, whatever you want, it's fine. And one other thing that I love to do is pairing decks. So pairing like a Rider-Waite-Smith with, for example, an Oracle. I'm going to put here just a general Oracle. How do I do that? How do I know that this deck I can pair with the other deck in this table? We are going to create something that is called a relation, and this is the option here. What a relation does in Notion is it creates a connection between different databases, between two databases, and I can connect items of one database with the other database. And a database is just this, it's just like a collection of items on a table or any view that you have in Notion. In this case, we are not connecting two different databases, we are connecting the same database together. Let me show you and you will understand. So my database is the deck collection, so make sure you see it here. If you don't see it here, just type the name deck collection and it's going to show whatever fits the thing you're looking for. So this is going to be related to deck collection. I'm going to call it pairing. Okay, pairing. Pairings might have more than one. And what it does is it's collecting the deck collection databases to the deck collection databases. So when I click OK in here, what it does is I can, let's say that my Rider-Waite-Smith pairs well with this general oracle that I put here as an example. So I connected, so this pairs with this, and this is already an entry here. So see, it replicated my Rider-Waite-Smith in here. So it doesn't matter in which part I am, I can see the pairings connecting with each other. That's going to be really great for a lot of people. I know a lot of you like to connect and pair oracles and tarots and oracle and tarot and Lenormand and tarot and whatever else. So we have this all here. And the last thing before we close up, not the last thing, the second to last thing actually, there is one more thing after this, is you can add more information about these decks. I certainly do. So what do I like about this deck? Is it the colors? Is it the art? How do I work with this deck? What situations do I put this deck to uh, be part of? Is it a shadow work deck or what is it? You can absolutely create a new like property here and do that and explain that this is a shadow work deck or whatever it is. What I like to do though to have more space and be more comprehensive is open the item and I can type in here just like a note-taking kind of thing. What do I like about this deck? So I got this deck because of this and that. I like to work with it. The art is beautiful. I turned it into a shadow work deck. It really gives me very objective responses. It's a fluffy, cute deck. It's whatever. So you can just write like a journal entry in here about this deck. That's one thing I like to do. Uh, you can do both actually. You can have this journal like thing by opening the area of the deck, and you can also have another column in here for general keywords. So shadow work, if it's a shadow work deck, inner child work, and like client reading if you read for clients or whatever it is. So you can have another one, a select property for those uses specifically. And this here is one thing that I love about Notion is that you don't just have a spreadsheet in here to put your information. You also have each spreadsheet is like a little notebook that you can add more things inside of it. So yeah, I really like Notion for that. Okay, and now for the real last thing in this particular video is I'm going to add a new view here because this is a table, this is fine, this is great, and but I want to see it in a more beautiful way, more well designed. So I'm going to create a view that I'm going to call gallery, and I'm going to choose the property gallery. You can call it whatever you want. I'm calling it gallery. And what the gallery does is create, instead of lines in a table, it becomes cards like in a board game or in a board. So I have all the cards here for my decks. We have the card preview, which is this part here that's not showing anything because we don't have anything, any content, any journaling inside of these pages. I want to put a cover. Again, we also don't have any covers, but we are going to add in a bit. And the size, I always like to put it small so it's compact and everything stays like, there's a lot more to be seen in the screen. I also want to change here this open page in, and instead of center peak, I like side peak. What does that mean? So we have three options: side peak, center peak, and full page. When I click in one of these pages here, side peek means that it opens here on the side, which I love because I can still access my database here from the other side, from the left side of the screen, and I can keep clicking on other things to see them. Center peek turns this into a pop-up in the middle. So just to show you how it is, I can go back here into the layout and change it back to center peek. And when I open, it opens here in the center. But if I try to access back the database there, it closes that screen. I don't really like that much. And the full page just opens it as a complete page on the complete screen, which also makes you lose access temporarily to this database. So I prefer side peek. That's what I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to hide this title because we don't need to show it. We have the page title right here. And if I open any one of these, we have the options to add an icon, so you can do that. And you can choose either an emoji, a set of icons that you can change the color of, and you can also upload your own icon. Okay, for now I'm going to remove it. And the cover, that is what we want to show here in the image. I can add a cover, and for some reason it's giving me this error message, but once I just refresh things, it comes here. It always puts a random cover, but we can change it. You can either choose from their gallery here, you can upload any images, get an image from a link. So if you have the link that relates to that particular image, you can just put it here and it's going to get that image. And you can add from the Unsplash gallery that they have a connection with. The ideal, I think, it would be you downloaded the image from the publisher's website or the store where you bought it website and putting it here, or even taking your own pictures and just uploading them here, so you would have the exact view that you want for that deck. But since I don't have anything saved right now, I'm just going to put a general image from Unsplash to show you how it looks in the end. So let's look for tarot here, and we have a bunch of images. I'm going to put, like, let's pretend this is an image I took. So I changed it, here it is, all good. When I come back to my gallery, the image is here, so I can do this for every one of them. And again, this mistake is probably a bug, and we can just refresh and things come back. Let me see if I can find a Marseille image. Yeah, I found the place, not the deck. But let's pretend that this is a Marseille deck. Let's just imagine. And as you put the images there, you're going to have a little gallery of all your decks. And you have here a gallery view, and you can change the order of things. And you have your spreadsheet database here also to see all the information you have. You can even calculate the total price of your collection in here. Okay, so this is the basic build of how things work. And if I can leave you, I know I said it was the last thing, but I just remember something else to show you, is filters. So when you created a new view, or you can simply duplicate here, let's duplicate this. Okay, so click on it and the option is going to appear. So I have a duplicated version. Let's say I only want to show here everything that is tarot deck, not a Lenormand, not an oracle, not anything else, only the tarot. I can come here to this icon. These are the filters. I can also come here to these 3 points and access the filter menu. Okay, each one works. And I can filter the category by choosing to show only the tarot, and see, it only show me the tarot here. So you can create views for everything, and then you're going to have like the sum of only the total of your tarot decks. You can make filters to say, I don't want to, what is my, okay, status. I want to have the decks I own and the decks I have in purgatory and sale trade. Yeah, these are the decks that we can consider that are in our possessions. That is our true collection. The wish list we don't have yet. The ordered, yeah, we kind of have, so we can mark them as well, I guess. The rehomed, we don't have them anymore, and the no buy, we never bought it, so we don't have it. So you can, if I just go here and put the correct, let's put everything tarot and one oracle. Okay, so I have purgatory, ordered, and own, and I go back to my tarot view. It's updated here, and I have the total price of my actual collection, the things that I actually have it. Okay, this is a simple way of filtering things and doing things, and I just wanted to show you how you can build this for yourself. If you are interested in this and you got my Tech Witch Grimoire, by the time I post this video, I'm going to have these dashboards very well organized. I'm going to change some things here to just make them more beautiful. They are going to be connected to my Tech Witch Grimoire Infinity. If you got the Infinity version, the version that I update, you can go back to the sales web page, log in with your information, and the link is going to be updated so you can get it. Since you already have it on your Notion, what you are going to do is enter this page, the Decks page, and you can move it with this option here. So right hand upper corner, click the three dots, go to move to, and it's going to open the option so you can just move to your Tech Witch Grimoire. So now it's moved, and it's going to show up here, and I can just drag it, and here it is. Okay, so I'm going to end this video now. What I'm going to do, other than what we saw here, is update images and everything here, so that if you got the Tech Witch Grimoire, or if you are planning to get it, it's going to be there for you. Okay, so I see you in our next video, and for now that's it. Remember to leave a like and comment below if there is more that you would have put into this dashboard that we just created. I see you. Bye bye.